Alright, so class trial. Here we go. Change difficulty. Kind. Okay, just make sure. Because last time we did it, it said kind, and I'm like, what do you mean kind? Isn't that like the easy mode? Right? So, it's not. E-handbook. Let's see. I want to buy some stuff, if I can do that. That's not how you buy stuff. This is how you buy stuff. I want to buy algorithm. Because I feel like this is going to come in handy in the future. And I want to buy that. Alright, nope, that's not how you set skills. Check out the pet. Are you okay, pet? You doing fine? Okay, good. Set skills. Alright. We have the happy trigger skill. I want that. Algorithm. And what's this one? Silent massage. Influence sketch cover over time during conversation. During concentration of fever time. Okay. Mood maker. I would like to have the silent massage on, but no, I want to keep the other things on. So I think I'm finished. I'm ready.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Damn, Kazuchi, why are you so fueled with rage and anger?
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up! The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Kazuichi is how you pronounce his name. I keep calling him Kazuchi. I'm still gonna call him Kazuchi.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
Go kill yourself, Komaeda.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our site.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Wait, various ways? Yeah, wait, what was that about?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
What? You fucking bastard, what are you telling me right now?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
Oh, come on here, you dickhead, I hate you.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Yeah, but guess what? Hayako's body wasn't prompted up yet, dickhead.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
It's just as because you just said, Naruto's the kind of guy who just confused us and make matters worse. Damn it, I should have explained it to Naruto, I'm in trouble. Make my argument. Do we have Mikan's account? Surveillance camera, scrap the paper, surveillance unit. Fuck.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
Oh, dickhead. Oh, now I get it. Alright, you set me up, you fucking...
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Hey, dickhead. You set me up. Wrong button.
That would also...
I had the movie ticket with the date on it that I saw the movie, you fucking asshole.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating...
Fuck off.
No, that's wrong!
Go bury yourself in a fucking ditch, you dumb bitch. Don't ever pull shit like that ever a day in your life again.
There's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
He said, make sure you keep that ticket safe, bro. You might not know when I'm gonna be a dickhead.
Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec! You're the one who brought this up in the first place!
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
No, you're wrong.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
I mean, technically you can say she committed suicide, but still someone must have told her to do it.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
10 minutes.
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
Well, I don't think they killed Hiyoko in that time. They probably killed her beforehand.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two! Sonia and Kazuichi!
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
Sorry guys, you don't have an alibi.
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
I mean, the only other person I can think of is Gundam, magically somehow, and fucking Mikan, because you left her to go investigate the venue, right? Well, wait, that doesn't make any sense to me. If they went to go look for Ibuki, and if Mikan went to the venue to look for Ibuki, wouldn't she have seen Ibuki's dead body?
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Nekomaru has nothing to do with this, dickhead.
Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall! Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it?
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay.
The killer was
I'm gonna agree with Akane. That's what I'm planning to do right now.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Oh, come on. Oh, well.
Crap!
Well, I was gonna say that they use the chemical with the alright, whatever.
By locking the door from the inside.
Locking door from the
They
inside.
tried to keep us from getting in.
Okay.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Fucking. Alright, shit. Find something that contradicts the truth. Alright, scrap and
Still
paper.
inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer waited till we get and suddenly
So they looked like
I have seen this in serial
Okay.
crime dramas.
Let's try the stall for time with the drumstick. I feel like I should be agreeing with Akane.
they tried to keep us.
It seems they were trying.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
I'm confused here.
Crap!
I gotta look for something that contradicts this. So I'm gonna look at my evidence that I have. We had scrap paper. Alright. Tom lighting. Step ladder.
Was still inside the music.
Let's try the step ladder
Locking the door from the
and
inside. They tried to keep us.
It seems they were trying
and
to
stall.
stall for
Move.
time.
Oh fuck! Move the noise out of my face.
How
Damn
did they
it!
lock the door? That door should not have.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
See if I can get more time on the
killer who
fucking
was hiding
clock.
inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I want to use the step ladder on
Still inside the
on
music
stalling for
venue. By
time.
locking the door from the inside. They tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Move that fucking. Alright. So that's not it. I'm confused, man.
The killer was
Yeah,
still
I'm not gonna
inside
do
the
this in
music
time. Shit.
By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they
tell
lock
them
the
to
door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together.
I'm really trying to think right now.
So they looked like they had just
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay, hold up.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
Oh, there we go. I was like thinking, wait a minute. If you say inside, what about the glob?
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
See, now, locking it from the outside, I did not think, for some reason, I didn't think that they can do that. That's stupid. I'm stupid for not thinking about that, but he's 100% right.
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Yeah, it wasn't rubber at all. It was... gummy? No. She said it tastes nasty. Couldn't be a gummy. My bad. I'm stupid. It was... glue.
I see!
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
Why did you do that again?
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
I wasn't thinking about locking it from the outside. So that's why I was a little spotty with the idea of, oh, Mikon could have done it. But now, I don't want it to be so, but Mikon is a prime suspect.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
She wasn't murdered, damn it, at that time. She was murdered before she had to have been.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
That part is true.
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Mikon, please.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Thank you for saying something. For once you say something with sense, Komaeda.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
Scrap was stuck on a baton lighting. Huh. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. Probably a sticker, right? One of the posters? Oh, shit. Alright, nope. This is gonna be difficult for me. I don't know what he's aiming for here. W. Why would it start with a W? Ah, never mind. It starts with a W. Huh. Okay. No. Oh, wallpaper. That's what he's saying. Okay, it's wallpaper. I was confused for a moment. I'm like, what are you telling me right now? Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, hold up. Oh no. Oh no. Fuck, I'm having a hard time here. Shit. Oh shit, okay. Fuck. Oh god. Damn it, I needed that. People are killing me. I'm dying over here. Oh, shit. I need another E. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care if you collide. Just give me another E. Damn it. There we go. Wallpaper.
I got it! That's scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
I didn't even know the wallpaper was, like, ripped.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper... See? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
The scrap of paper stuck into the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hayako's body? Was there wallpaper over Hayako's body? It would make sense why they would want to tape her up and make sure she's upright. If I trace it back to there, the answer should come clear. Alright, let's give it a try. Logic dive. I forgot how to play logic dive. Which one? This is the speed up, right? Yep. And I assume that's the jump. So, jump. My bad. Which one is it to slow down? There we go. Okay, so I got all my controls here. Question 1. Why did Hayako's body suddenly appear? It was hidden. I'm gonna go with it was hidden. It must have been like wallpaper over it. Got the right choice. That's nice. Okay, question 2. Why did the killer use to hide their body? Let's go with the wallpaper, because the curtain was already there. Alright. So what's the final question that we have? Alright, how did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? Covered the pillar. Alright, seems like did it.
It's all coming together! I got it! Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
That's probably why they taped up her throat, to hide all the blood and stuff, so it wouldn't soak through the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Probably the night prior.
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason they chose to imitate them,
I see!
there we go. That's why I said,
The reason the killer
I'm like, she had to been
imitated
killed
the murders
before.
from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
That's fucking stupid, but I love it.
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
There was blood on the floor.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was killed. That would mean Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How right. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
There was blood on her shoes, dude. Calm the fuck down.
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Anyways, if this continues, we're just gonna have to talk in circles. I think it's best we clarify Ibuki's status when Hyoko was killed. Let's just go with blood on souls.
When Hyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree.
There you go. The easiest thing there.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood!
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
What the fuck do you want from my life, Gundam?
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
That's a good line. I should steal that.
What? Are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Alright. It's a rebuttal showdown. What we got? Ropes for hanging. Candle. Smudges on the floor. I'm gonna assume smudge.
The blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Yep. Okay. See, I just saw it. I just didn't have the. Alright, let him fuck it.
Just about what did you see? A nice nightmare.
I can't back down!
Fucking bitch ass motherfucker! Back the fuck up!
As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no doubt that that blood is Hiyoko's.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes. But it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel proud. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power. Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, but it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel proud. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Wait, what the fuck? Am I not strong enough? Is this what's happening, man?
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes, but it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However,
oh shit.
You cannot step on the pillar. You should feel it's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
The fuck, man? Why is this so hard? What the hell?
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes, but it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your... You should feel... It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Oh, you bastard. Why is that so hard to do? I don't understand.
Hiyoko was taped to
Why is he so powerful?
It's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your... You should feel proud. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
The fuck?
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar.
Oh, I have to push back on purpose?
But it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you can... It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my... Damn it!
Alright, no, but whatever.
Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the...
Lying bitch!
Allow me to cut through those words! That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hiyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Yoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Finally, you guys decided on the thing that I've been telling you for like 5 hours.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now.
Eh, whatever. Fuck you, Gundam.
Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide?
Same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
Yeah, that happened in the first game.
Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hiyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive!
What? Are you lying to me? Is your symptom still there?
Hajime first discovered Ibuki. She was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Komaeda, you're wasting time.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind.
And what would that be?
If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Because of her gullibility?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Or because she was super gullible?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. and I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence!
Okay. This might be a confusing one.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about
Yep, you two are excluded.
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
Murder supposedly happened before and during the morning announcements. The person doesn't have an alibi for that time. Alright, who doesn't have an alibi? Sonia, she doesn't have one.
What about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
No, I'm sorry. It's just that you didn't have an alibi for the morning, Sonia. I just want to make sure, okay? What was Mikan's account? Is that for me?
Me and Akane, right?
Wait, hold up.
I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone
Alright,
was
sleeping, blah, 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 blah.
That's not an
aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi...
Nobody has an alibi? I have an alibi. Yeah, I do. There we go.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
You didn't have to tell him that detail.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
High five, Mikazuchi. Air high five. Bam.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
She says accidentally.
Too much info.
Oh, fuck you. You're just mad because you're always number 2.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us. So then, who and what kind of trap?
Hiya!
Why, hello there, mon ami. Those moss balls sure look pretty tasty today. Stop it. Don't characterize me as someone who lives off of moss balls. And here's some chance time. Oh, wait, what's that? Now then, Monomi's appeal time starts now. Huh, appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is going to give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a redhead stupid child. Wait, what? Redheaded stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you were whining, your time already ran out. So please make your appeal simple. About 3,000 words or so. I mean 3,000. 30,000 words or so. My bad. That's too long. It's just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is success, then might be merchandise opportunities heading our way. Huh? Then I'm Usumi, magical miracle girl Usumi. I'm an itty bitty little girl who likes milk. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
What are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.